It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jets and the Bears, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 52 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Bryce Hall there defensively.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but, boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Fields on 3rd down.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson.
And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. From the 10, 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Fields.
Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
To throw is Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. No gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
They snap it to Fields.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Jackson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Fields now to throw, as they've got it with a second down coming up. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Back to throw, Fields.
His throw caught at about the 5. And I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He
coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll check this one down to Carter. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Running left, Montgomery. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run. Montgomery. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 35. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Now a 1st down throw. Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He finds Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Fields throwing again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, They're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Gold to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was polished off by a Tariq Cohen touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll look to throw again. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And shedding through the tackle. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From just shy of midfield.
Fields.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here's Fields.
It's complete to Robinson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin with one of the top rivalries in the AFC, if not all of football. Pittsburgh heading to Foxborough to take on New England. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Damian Harris, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. This is caught by Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw is Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And that is incomplete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 90 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. run play action. Fields. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New York set to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushes in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Following the fumble recovery. Field. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, Carter. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Come on now, let's go.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing on third down, Fields. Open man is Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Back to throw again. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's more. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
104 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Here's Fields.
It's complete to Robinson. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This is caught by Williams. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try the left side. Montgomery. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Back to throw, Fields.
He finds Robinson. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes Robbie Gould for the Bears field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Gould is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.